like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high, they bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Come on.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. In too deep. Say I'm in too deep. And it's been 2 years, I miss my home. But there's a fire burning in my bones. Still believe. Yeah, I still believe. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. A lot of fight left in me. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. No, I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
It's been 2 years. We're tired. We're burnt out. We're just trying to get by. But today is the day. It's time to reclaim your rhythm. Pick your playlist and put on your favorite red look. With your jams turned up, get moving. Bring the good vibes and take back control of your health and mental well-being. Little steps add up to big changes. From dancing with your kids in the kitchen to grooving with your girlfriends, staying active is one of the best ways to keep your body and mind healthy. Stress can lead to unhealthy habits, and managing stress means managing your health. So reclaim control of your schedule and build in time to invest in a healthier you. Know your numbers and make moves to help keep your blood pressure on track. Go Red for Women will be here every step of the way. So let's do this together and create healthy habits today that will lead to healthier tomorrows. How will you reclaim your rhythm?
Hello, Hampton Roads. My name is Dr. Cynthia Romero, and I am the chair of this year's Go Red for Women campaign. I am so excited to be joining you for today's digital experience. Bringing such a dynamic group of women together on National Wear Red Day makes me so joyful. We want women to be fearless, strong, and resilient. This is our time to own our well-being, to say no to anything serving as a barrier to our health, and to most importantly, reclaim our rhythm. As Go Red women and men who go red, we are a relentless force, and there's nothing we can't accomplish together. It's time to demand better outcomes for women's heart health. It's time to prioritize our health and inspire and encourage those we love to do the same. There is a hero in each and every one of you, and our future has no limits. Let's take action together, Hampton Roads, and welcome to the 2022 Go Red for Women Luncheon.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here with us today. Good afternoon to each and every one of you. Thank you for being here and kicking this off with us. Welcome to the American Heart Association's annual Go Red for Women Luncheon, locally sponsored by Centera Healthcare and Optima Health. I'm Anita Blanton, and I am proud to have served as the MC for the Go Red for Women campaign in Hampton Roads for 7 years. So we thank you for being here today and for standing united as a relentless force for a world of longer, healthier lives. Today is National Wear Red Day. Yay! Put a heart in the chat. We may be sitting in different places, but by wearing red, we help raise awareness and show that we are all in this together. Thanks to our friends at Bon Secours, we will be sharing your photos live on social media. I see all those hearts coming in. Hey, ladies. Hello, everybody. We want to see your red, so use HR Go Red. That's the hashtag today. HR Go Red. And post your pictures. We know you're going to be posting today, so just make sure you use the hashtag. And also tag at American Heart VA. There's an AHA swag bag on the way for the photo with the most rockin' red, just so you know. So we're going to be cruising through there, and we're going to see what's going on social media. Again, that hashtag HRGoRed. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what Go Red for Women means to me and why this event is so special today. I've been an anchor at Wavy TV 10 for the last 9 years. Unfortunately, during that time, I've lost both of my grandmothers to what I call matters of the heart. One grandmother admittedly ignored the doctor's warning signs and paid dearly with a stroke and 4 aneurysms. After 5 brain surgeries, her life would never be the same. The other grandmother had congenital heart issues. In the 1930s, doctors told her parents to take her out of school because she wouldn't make it through first grade. She went on to become the valedictorian of her high school graduating class and have 2 children. But as the years went by, she suffered multiple strokes. The journey of rehab, each time taking a little bit longer. And in the 2000s, she needed a pacemaker that brought us about 4 more years. In 2014, when her body had weakened from age and the pacemaker was giving out, we finally said goodbye. Those ladies meant the world to me. So I am a vocal heart health advocate, both for the things that we can each do to live longer, healthier lives, and sharing in events like this that raise critical funds to aid in the fight through advancements in research and technology. It is personal to me, and I know for so many of you as well. So we're connecting today, and we don't want to miss this opportunity to celebrate the women we do have here and connect during the event. So please participate. We know we're in different places, but hey, we can still do this. We did it last year. We're going to do it again. So we have the chat feature open, and you all have been going in there. We thank you, Kia and Dr. Romero and Megan and Michelle and Valerie, Stephen. Hi. Hello to everybody. Bonita. Thank you all so much for being here with us today. I'm going to be chatting with you as you're chatting there in the chat box. Keep this going. Keep this going. And we want to see where you're representing, what city you're representing today. So make sure you let us know what city you or state, because I saw Warsaw on here. So if you're chiming in from another state, we want to see that too. I already see Virginia Beach and Norfolk. I think all of the 7 cities should probably be represented today. Hey, Chesapeake and Newport News. All right, there we go. Hi, Hampton. Oh, hello, Chesapeake Regional. Yes. Oh, and there we go. Hello from New Jersey. All right, everybody. So keep that going. Midlothian is chiming in. This year's theme is reclaiming your rhythm. For anyone who felt slightly off center during the pandemic, which is pretty much all of us, now is the time to reclaim your routine and the things that matter most: your health, your friends, your family, the rhythm of your life. Today, thanks to Centera Healthcare and Optima Health, we are coming together to reclaim our rhythm, because losing even one mom, one grandmother, one sister, one friend, or neighbor to cardiovascular disease is one too many. Today's going to be filled with impact, including a keynote address. I'm so excited about this, from Maia Chaka, the latest woman to break barriers in the world of sports. And we'll also have special guests like Grammy nominated hip hop duo Black Violin and the women from around the community. So throughout today's experience, we're going to celebrate making healthier changes by giving you some Reclaim Your Rhythm refreshers, just like this. I hope that helped you to get pumped. Thank you, YLS, for that. And I hope all of you are feeling inspired to get back into the rhythm of an active lifestyle starting today. Hey, if you live here in Hampton Roads, it's about 70 degrees. So that should be some inspiration, that in and of itself, even though it's a little clammy outside. But yeah, we can still do this. When I'm ready to get moving, I turn on my favorite playlist. That always helps. I want to know the songs that get you moving. And we want you to share that in the chat right now, too. I can tell you that just as I saw the theme for today, I was thinking like, get into the groove. Yeah, plenty of songs that help you when you're out there. And by letting us know some of the songs that work for you, that might even help somebody else. We're going to add some things to our playlist today by saying, Rockin' Robin. Thank you, Ann. Yep, that's a good groove right there as well. Let's see. some others are coming in. I got a feeling. Yes, roses. That's a good one too. Keep them coming. We're going to be adding to our playlist so everyone can chime in here. And now I have the pleasure of introducing Michelle Hills, Executive Director of the American Heart Association, Hampton Roads.
Thank you, Anita, and good afternoon, everyone. I want to take a few moments to recognize our sponsors and their commitment to Go Red for Women. CVS Health is the national sponsor of Go Red for Women. Beginning in 2017, they pledged to join our fight to end heart disease. They continue to champion the movement to this day. Thank you, CVS Health. Locally, Centera Healthcare and Optima Health are our Reclaim Your Rhythm signature sponsor. Their extraordinary support is saving the lives of women right here in Hampton Roads every day. Bayport Credit Union is our Open Your Heart sponsor and encourages all women to help prevent illness by early detection. Additionally, I would like to thank Bon Secours, Chesapeake Regional Healthcare, Eastern Virginia Medical School, Riverside Health System, Anthem, Wireless Landscape, and Dominion Energy for their support. Also, a special thank you to our media sponsors, Wavy TV 10 and WNSB Hot 91. This movement would not be possible without the support of our executive leadership team, made up of local leaders from around the community, and our two philanthropic groups, Circle of Red and Corvite Society. Through your support this year, we've been able to do many things, including our Simple Cooking with Heart programs in the community. These hands-on classes teach individuals how to cook heart-healthy meals on a limited income. Additionally, we hosted a community conversation on the COVID-19 vaccine to help answer vital questions from Hampton Roads residents. Recently, through our maternal health advocacy work at the state level, we contributed to the expansion of Medicaid to cover women for the whole year postpartum. Thank you again for your continued support. Together, we are a relentless force for a world of longer, healthier lives. I'll be back to chat some more, but for now, it's time for another refresher brought to you by Eastern Virginia Medical School.
I've been checking out this chat and it's great. I'm seeing so many who are participating here. Centera Heart Hospital is represented here, EVMS. I'm seeing so many others and we thank you. Dr. Ward at the Riverside Women's Heart Center for chiming in as well. So thank you all. Keep the chat going. Keep the chat going. Let's see. All right, now I see Norfolk State is here. You know, I'm a Hampton grad, so we're going to get this HBCU battle going too. This year marks the 18th anniversary of the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women movement. Go Red is rooted in raising awareness that cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer of women. It claims more women's lives than all forms of cancer combined. And I'm sure you'll all agree that losing one woman to cardiovascular disease, as we've said, it's too many. Every year, we come together to celebrate the Go Red for Women movement in our community and how much we achieve together. Collectively, our focus is to ensure all women are aware, to help women take charge of their health, and to engage more women in research and STEM careers. Also to remove barriers that women face to good health. That collaborative impact all starts with one woman committing to the cause. It's my honor to introduce Malou Avelino Silva, an extraordinary local woman who said yes to inspiring us by sharing her story, encouraging us to open our hearts. So let's take a look.
My name is Malou Avelino Silva. I just turned 54 years old. I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I suffered my heart attack a little bit over a year ago, December 1st, 2020. Before my heart attack, and I remember my husband and I, we were walking 5 miles every day, eating healthy every day. So being active, I just never thought I would have a heart attack. But after the heart attack, it was like I was scared to do anything. It was on a Monday. The Monday night, I went to bed normally, like around 10:30. I woke up around midnight, 12:30 a.m. actually, and I couldn't breathe. And I woke up my husband and I said, I don't know what it is. And then, he was just saying, well, try to sit up and just try to breathe. I was pacing back and forth. And I was like, okay, it's a little bit okay. I said, I'm gonna lay back down and see if I can fall back asleep. I fell back asleep, but 30 minutes later, it woke me back up. I said, I really can't breathe, but, I said, let's go to the hospital. Of course, having chest issues, they see you right away anyways. And they brought me to the back to get a cath done. And after the cath, they admitted me because they said I did have a heart attack. And I was in the hospital for 3 days. And my doctor said that it was a mild one. I had a little plaque in my artery, and they really don't know what caused it. But they needed me to take it easy, watch what I eat, start exercising or working out. Being a minority woman, we tend to ignore what's going on with our body. But for some reason that night, I really listened to my body and I knew that there was something wrong. In our society now, we tend not to listen to what's going on with us because we're so busy about taking care of everybody else, taking care of our children, our grandchildren, our parents, or whoever. But women tend to not take care of ourselves. I stopped walking, gained back some of the weight. But I was really scared to do anything. I guess having PTSD from suffering the heart attack, it's still fresh to me to this day. It's still a challenge each day to try to live normally, but we try. And I'm really lucky that I'm here to spend this whole year that I have been with my family and friends. And I do cherish that. We've lost a lot of friends this year. Not from COVID, but other things, from heart attacks, from stroke. So I want other women like myself to know that cardiovascular is not just for older people. I have friends that actually, she's my age and she had a heart attack over 14 years ago. And that was in her 30s. She talked me through some issues that I'm having, but she said that heart attack is not just for older people. It's for the younger too. If I've known I was going to have a heart attack now, I would tell myself to be more active, It doesn't necessarily mean if you're fit and healthy like that, doesn't mean that you're not going to get a heart attack. And sometimes it's just in your genes. I posted my 1-year anniversary of my heart attack. And a lot of people did not know I had it. Us women, we don't like to tell anybody about our experiences, because we're ashamed that something happened to us. I really didn't want to tell anybody, but when I did post that one, I felt like I needed to just kind of express myself because I felt relieved that I lived through the year, after the heart attack. I'm so glad I have a friend that works for American Heart Association. Her providing me with resources and information of what they can do for you. Because one of 3 women out there, whether it's a sister, a mother, an aunt, you never know what they'll need.
Wow, wow, wow. We certainly thank Malou for sharing her story with us today and just being so vulnerable about what took place in her life to help save someone else's life. And we thank Bayport Credit Union for making that moment possible. We hope that it has an impact like we hope today. I feel completely inspired, really inspired today, just us joining together, hearing stories like Malou's. And my hope is that you will feel encouraged to join me in being the difference and making an impact. Hey, everybody, okay, our goal today is to raise $30,000. The money is already coming in, and I am so excited to see this and to see the numbers go up here. With your support from each and every one of you, we know we can hit our desired number. Thomas, thank you for $100. Thank you so much, Kia, for $100. Barat, thank you for $200. One of the most touching moments that story shared to us in Malou's recollection was 12:30 a.m. It was at that time she knew something was very wrong and she proceeded to take action. We're so glad she did, listening to her body. In honor of Malou and those in your life, we want to make a tribute to the numbers 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, like $123. In fact, if every person on today's call gave a gift of a minimum of $123, we can surpass our goal. We've already gone up $1,000 just in the minimum of time I've been talking right here. Thank you, Jessica, for 50. Thank you, Maya, for $123. Ashford, thank you for $100. New, thank you for $5,000. Thank you all so much. Keep those donations coming in. Felicia, thank you for $123. Your gift helps the American Heart Association ensure every woman everywhere is aware and is able to take charge of her heart health. Thank you, Kalila, for $123. Felicia, $123. Catherine, $200. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As these donations are coming in, Laura, $25. Thank you. There's no donation too small, no donation too large. Stacia, I hope one of those was correct. Thank you for your gift as well. $123. Megan, thank you for $123. Paula, $123 as well. Those numbers 1, 2, and 3 attribute to Malou today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At the bottom of your screen, you're going to begin to see there the ways that you can give today. The suggested levels are populating on your screen as well, and you can certainly customize your gift. You all are already getting in there. Thank you, Dr. Ward, for your gift of $1,000. Thank you, Sunita, $200. Bonita, $123. Kamika, $20. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As these donations are coming in, we are already at $10,000, everybody. Just that fast. And just as I said 10,000, we're at 11,000. Thank you so much to Lewis for $250 and Shamir for $123. Jim, thank you for $500. We appreciate these gifts. You know, $1,000, please consider that as joining our Circle of Red. A Circle of Red is a national society of passionate individuals who are in this fight against heart disease and stroke in women to win. Thank you, Elisa, for your gift of $1,000. Susan, thank you for your gift of $1,000. Gail, thank you for your gift of $750. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who's giving today. Again, these gifts can continue. We're at $14,434, everyone. Just that fast. Keep the donations coming in. Keep them coming on in. $500 could be an investment in the next research advancement in heart disease. Remember, I told you even about my why, and over those years, how the research and the technology helped to save my grandmother's life time and again. And I'm so appreciative of that. We thank you, thank you, thank you for all of your gifts that are helping to advance that research and to advance the technology that we have. $123 could help with community-based educational tools and prevention resources for local women so that more women are aware of their risks. A lot of times people just don't know. They don't know the numbers. We say, know your numbers, know your heart disease risk, know your numbers. Truly, any gift today is meaningful, and we thank you, thank you, thank you. Marilyn, thank you for your gift of $50 that just came in. We so appreciate it. And remember, you can't even remain anonymous here. We've had several people who have given anonymously. We thank you for your gifts as well. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your commitment here. As these donations have been coming in, we're at $14,734, and we thank you for all of your gifts. Please keep them coming in today. Together, we are joining Go Red for Women's fight for a healthier future free of heart disease and stroke. We know we can get there. We know we can get there, but it takes a commitment together. Thank you, Dr. Lundquist. Thank you for your gift of $250. Cheryl, thank you for your gift of $100. Thank you so much for your gifts, your donations today. In sharing her story, Malou is helping all of us to understand that we are all at risk, no matter our age. I thought that was a pivotal moment in her story as well, where she talked about that. So often we think, well, it will happen to someone else, not me. That's why it's so important that we take care of ourselves. And in doing what we're doing today, we're also helping to take care of others. In this Reclaim Your Rhythm refresher, we're going to learn about CPR and how you could potentially save the life of someone you love. And just as we watched that video together, we surpassed $15,000. We are more than halfway there, everybody. $17,714 now. Keep those donations rolling in. Thank you, Anthem, for that video. And here to share more about your risks and preventative measures is this year's Circle of Red chair, Dr. Alexandra Ward, the director of the Women's Heart Center and co-medical director of echocardiography at Riverside Cardiology Specialists.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death in women, more so than breast cancer or any other form of cancer. And it does impact 1 in 3 women. So if you look around the room you're in now, or think about the women you love or are very important in your life, 1 in 3 women will die from heart disease. So very important to know what it is, why we care about it, and things we can do to help decrease our risk. Additionally, 1 in 3 women will be diagnosed with some form of cardiovascular disease in their lifetime. So very impactful and will really impact pretty much every woman that you know. So one, what are those risk factors that I'm talking about? There are traditional and gender-specific risk factors. The traditional risk factors are ones that affect everyone across the board, and those include high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and smoking, as well as metabolic syndrome or being overweight. So those are the ones that are across the board impacting everyone. Additionally, there are risk factors that are specific to women. Those include any cardiovascular complication of pregnancy, which includes any of the hypertensive disorders during pregnancy, such as chronic hypertension, gestational hypertension, preeclampsia or eclampsia, as well as gestational diabetes, small for gestational age or preterm birth. Additionally, peripartum cardiomyopathy also falls in that category. Other risk factors that are specific to women or that we know impact women more in terms of their risk for heart disease include autoimmune disorders, stress, anxiety, depression, and then PCOS or the metabolic syndrome. So with these risk factors, our biggest weapon is decreasing risk and mitigating risk. And so say, what does that mean? How do I do this? Talk to your healthcare provider about these risks and ways that you can help decrease them. So that's excellent blood pressure control, good sugar control if you have diabetes. If smoking, definitely stop smoking. The best thing you can do for your health is to stop smoking. Heart healthy diet and exercise are also key to help decrease risk. Heart disease impacts women differently than men in terms of the types of heart disease that are more prevalent in women. And in terms of heart attack, you may have heard that symptoms of a heart attack can be different or a little harder to determine in women. So the most common symptom of a heart attack is chest pressure, feeling like someone is sitting on your chest or an elephant sitting on your chest. That is the most common symptom and is present in both men and women. However, women do tend to have additional symptoms associated with that chest pressure or chest discomfort. And that includes feeling short of breath, feeling hot and sweaty all over, having nausea or vomiting, back pain, and just extreme fatigue, being unable to really do any of those things that you're normally used to doing. So if you have any of those symptoms, it's important to call 911 and go get checked out at the ER right away. If you also notice any change in exercise tolerance or that chest discomfort or extreme shortness of breath with activity that had not been present before, also a good idea to talk to your healthcare provider and be evaluated. As again, heart disease is the leading cause of death in women, and 1 in 3 women will have some form of heart disease. And now it's time for an exclusive episode of Hampton Roads Red Couch Chat.
Hello and welcome to Hampton Roads Red Couch Chat. I'm Michelle Hills, Executive Director for the American Heart Association, Hampton Roads. I'm here with Tasha Turnbull today of T2 Fitness, and we're going to talk about women's health and do a little deep dive into wellness and really talk about how it relates to our Go Red movement here in Hampton Roads. How are you today, Tasha?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak with you today.
You're welcome. So this year, our theme for Go Red for Women is about reclaiming your rhythm. We all know that we've been dormant for the past 2 years, and we're kind of, coming back and getting back into some regular routines. What does that really mean to you as a fitness expert in the area?
It means that it's time to change. So things are continually evolving with the pandemic and the virus, and we're trying to adapt to that. While we're adapting, we also need to recognize that it's time for us to step up and take better care of ourselves during this time period. We don't know how long it's going to last. So in between that time, we have our bodies, and our bodies were meant to move. So it's about finding unique ways, given where we are right now in our life, to get ourselves moving, to get our families moving, because we always know we feel better when we move more.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it's little things.
Yeah.
I think people sometimes think that it has to be this drastic overhaul of your life, but just like you just said, just finding creative ways for our bodies to move, and our bodies are meant to be at movement. So what are you doing, this year? What have you revved up, or what things are you doing for your clientele or for the community to really live this message?
The first thing that I've been saying to clients, followers on social media, myself, is walking. So I know it sounds like a cliche. Everybody's like, well, you need to walk more. Like, no, actually do that. There's like a sense of like a good feeling, a good spirit comes around you, just like moving forward. So the sun, vitamin D, that's such important for us, because a lot of times we might be inside, sitting a lot, working, and just stepping outside into that sun can really change up your mood. A 5-minute walk can make a big change in your mood. And when your mood is better, you might be more inclined to be more active. So I encourage people to utilize movement. And then also what I've noticed, like even prior to, if it was like cold outside, I'm like, no, I'm not going to go. But I've noticed like being out with the sun, even during the winter months, that helps. Like 40 and 50 degrees, you put on a jacket, the sun is out, you get your heart rate up, you really won't notice a difference. So I encourage people to look more at the weather, sun. Oh, it's better between 10 and 2. I can get in 10 minutes here in between this meeting. Oh, I can take my lunch break for 30 minutes and I can walk for 20 and then eat for 10. I mean, make stuff happen. Look at your schedule and find where we can find those little gaps. Those gaps can make a big change from us keeping ourselves together, making ourselves feel better, and keeping our health in check during this time.
Yeah, that's a good tip. If there were, like, if you could summarize 3 tips to leave our audience with today, what would those things be?
I would say challenge yourselves to live your best life. Part of the way is reclaiming our rhythm is recognizing our strengths, recognizing what we already have in our hands, not necessarily having to go somewhere, but what do we have in our hands right now, whether it be something tangible or just like characteristic traits. I challenge you to look into yourself, see what different times happened in life. Maybe it wasn't the pandemic, but different times when things were tough, but you found a way to get through it. This is that time to channel that same energy to make yourself move more, engage more. Use some of the products that you've purchased over the years, pull them things out. They still work. They can still help you move. Use that and use the power of friends. A lot of times people are more so at home. Use the power of friends to be like, hey, at 7 p.m., let's get together and do this, whether it be virtual or in time, and make it a part of your routine. It's not something that's trying to impede upon your life. Like you have your life and then, oh, this workout thing or, oh, this eating better. Like, no, bring that into the fold, like make it a big thing. The more that you make it a big thing, it will become more of a habit. So habits help us to go over discipline, to create that during this time period. And lastly, I'll also say, I don't want people to focus so much on feelings. Oh, I don't feel like doing this. Oh, I'm not motivated right now to do certain things. Those things are very fleeting. They come and go all the time. But like I said before, we have our bodies. It's our responsibility. So we do what we can to take care of that. So regardless about how we feel, we're going to move because we know when we move more, we live more. So I challenge everybody to recognize their strengths, remember all of what we already have in ourselves, and don't go so much on about a feeling. Go about a movement. Go about this is what we're going to do.
Wow. That's huge. When you said a movement, it makes me think about the Go Red for Women movement and our Reclaiming Your Rhythm. We're excited. I'm motivated and inspired by what you just said. And so, and thank you for joining us for the Red Couch Chat.
I so love the Hampton Roads Red Couch Chat. I hope that you all keep that going. And as they were speaking, we had so many people chiming in here and giving donations. Thank you, Nikia, Tyasia, Ashford, Wendy, so many others who were donating during that time. Fun stuff that they chatted about. I loved that. And it's as simple as taking a 5-minute break that you may have to get up, get moving, and in sticking with our theme, get grooving, right? What are you going to do beginning next week? What are you going to do today? We're going to give you a bit of a break since we're going into the weekend, but you can still get some things done to better your heart health. So talk about it in the chat. Tell us about some of the things that you're motivated to start doing in the next days, in the next weeks, in the next months. Hello from Rochester, New York. Yes. Thank you. Get outside. Enjoy the warm weather. Absolutely. Even when it's cold outside. Looking forward to running more. Yes, Kalila. Absolutely. I've been doing a lot of that. I just ran my first full marathon in November, 26.2 miles. And I can tell you I had a lot of time to think. Walking outside with your pups. Absolutely, Laura. Motivated to try something new. Oh, Pure Bar. Yes, Jalen. Yeah. Walking with my neighbor for 5 miles per day for 27 years. Angela, I know you all have a special bond. More bike boot camps. I like that too, Dr. Ward. Thank you all so much for chiming in here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've been hearing some great things today. As women, we are at an increased risk for high blood pressure, right? So let's stay on beat with this next Reclaim Your Rhythm refresher, brought to you by Chesapeake Regional Healthcare. That was a good one. Checking your blood pressure regularly is a great way to take control of your heart health. I can tell you, every time I get mine checked, I jot that number down in my phone. I keep it in my notes. I want to see where my blood pressure was each time, and to be able to look back on the months and to see if it's kind of staying about the same or if there's some differences that I'm experiencing. I'm so excited for what's next, right? Thank you to Centera Healthcare and Optima Health. And because of you, I have the pleasure of introducing a very special guest who is sharing her personal experiences and connection to cardiovascular disease publicly for the very first time. She is an educator, a philanthropist. She recently made history becoming the first Black woman to officiate in the National Football League. Can we get a chat going? Just a clap going in the chat for that. Please help me to welcome none other than Maia Chaka.
For such an incredible introduction. I am so happy to be here with you all today on National Wear Red Day during Black History Month and Heart Month. My why is my family and their history of heart disease. As women, we struggle balancing success in our professional and personal lives. Because of our strength, we are called upon and wear many hats: leaders, spouses, parents. Every great leader is a nurturer. The need for us to be fluid in life and give 1,000% each time we face the world leaves little room for us to be vulnerable. Or even worse, being vulnerable is considered a weakness. Throughout my journey, I learned that being vulnerable was not a weakness, but a strength. Embracing vulnerability gives us the opportunity to be our best and most genuine and authentic selves. Today, I am choosing to be transparent about my unique path through this life. In March of 2021, I became the first woman of color to be hired as an on-field official in the National Football League. During a time where I did not feel I was enough for me, I had to be so much more for others. Prior to the pandemic, I was a woman on fire. I was in the best shape of my life, physically, mentally, and financially. A woman completely driven with tunnel vision who seized every opportunity for professional advancement. I was at the top of my game. A dedicated educator and a top-tier Division I football and basketball official. I was so good that I was being recruited by the NFL and the NBA. I thought I was living my absolute best life at that time. When COVID hit, it was a real eye-opener. Everything I had worked so hard for was now at a standstill. There were no sports to officiate, and I lost about 65% of my income. One thing I gained was time. I now had more availability to connect with family. I found myself growing closer to my extended family in Port Arthur, Texas, who would later become my immediate family. My first cousin and best friend, Miss O, had been bedridden for an entire year. At first glance, one would wonder how total opposites could be so close. She was 22 years my senior, a Southern Baptist, and this woman had never had a vegetable without a chunk of ham hock in it. Our bond was formed through the undeniable understanding for the need for unconditional love when faced with adversity. From surviving every major natural disaster that had torn through Southeast Texas and Louisiana, to cancer, broken femurs and knees and hips, served up with a side of diabetes, morbid obesity, and topped off with heart disease, Miss O was exasperated from battling multiple health ailments. She was ready for a change. She wanted to live. With the pandemic in full bloom, there was a decline in available home health workers to provide care. I was fortunate to have the ability to teach remotely. I found myself relocating to Port Arthur, Texas to fill the need for the absent provider. Although inner city blues were a major part of my life growing up in Rochester, New York, I have been living in a lap of luxury since relocating to Virginia Beach in 2003. In Port Arthur, items that are considered necessities in Virginia Beach are luxuries there. Fresh produce was not as accessible as smoked brisket and gumbo. If you've ever had real Texas brisket and authentic gumbo, it'll make you forget that vegetables even exist. Just ask my waistline. To sum it up, this is a community that seems to focus on medication and not prevention. A few days into my new role as caregiver, reality set in. I realized that any day now, any one of the existing medical conditions would finally take its toll on Miss O. My priority was no longer me. My priority was no longer making it to the National Football League. My priority became helping Miss O reclaim her rhythm with dignity. Now, I'll remind you that Miss O's a survivor. She's an absolute survivor through adversity with minimal resources. With me in her corner, there was nothing that she couldn't accomplish now. I wanted to give her her best life before she departed. We made a list of goals that she wanted to achieve. Most of them focused on improving the quality of life and self-care. Sometime between being stranded at a shelter in San Antonio from evacuating Hurricane Laura, escaping a nearly fatal New Year's fire, and surviving the ice storm in Southeast Texas of 2021, she was able to lose 100 pounds without any type of medical assistance. I think I found 25 of those pounds in a bowl of gumbo somewhere down there. She was able to get out of bed for the first time and become more mobile. She moved into a newly renovated apartment that can accommodate her special needs. There, she found herself being able to use a regular shower for the first time in 5 years. Most importantly, she was able to watch her grandchildren play sports. Her quality of life drastically improved. The weight loss was the greatest boost to her health. Her heart was becoming stronger, and she was able to have 2 stents placed to increase blood flow. She also qualified to have a procedure to remove the excess skin that would have taken another 60 to 75 pounds off her frame. Unfortunately, she would not make it. March 19th, exactly 14 days after the NFL announced my hire, Miss O went into cardiac arrest from complications of COVID. I knew that she wouldn't be around forever, but I was not prepared to lose her. Not on those terms, not without saying goodbye, and not after watching her fight so hard to extend her life. As I helped her reclaim her rhythm, she helped me find mine. Miss O was my heart and soul. I received my blessings because I chose to put her first. I chose to put my family first. I discovered that heart disease is prevalent in my family in Southeast Texas. Miss O, her 3 children, 2 of her 11 grandchildren, and mother all have heart conditions. Her brother has a pacemaker. Knowing my family history has brought awareness to my heightened risk of heart disease. After spending a year in Port Arthur, it was evident that all of the residents there are facing health inequities and are plagued with heart disease and other ailments that have diminished their quality of life. It was impossible for me to maintain my heart healthy lifestyle while I was living there. About 15% of deaths in the world are due to poor nutrition. Black women consume the most added sugars of all female demographics. In my new roles, I am now finding balance. I am now discovering how I continue to be impactful for others, but learning how to put myself first. Understanding that the pressure of my profession, combined with genetics, lack of sleep, and eating brisket every day for a year, I am a walking risk. Here I am in front of you today, starting my journey to reclaim my rhythm. I am a leader. I am vulnerable. I am transparent. I am you. I am reclaiming my rhythm.
Absolutely incredible. We thank Maia Chaka for being transparent, for being vulnerable, for opening up and sharing her why. What an impact. What an impact. And there was so much about what she said that was just so relatable. I'm even going to say, as a fellow Texan, I was feeling that brisket moment. Like, oh, the brisket is good. Everything in moderation. You have to listen to your body. You have to listen to the doctors. And I thought it was so great that she talked about knowing your family history, talking about health inequities that do exist, talking about medication versus prevention, some of the things that we can do to keep from ever having to take those pills, talking about being a caretaker, like so many of us end up, when we open up our hearts to help our families. We thank her. We thank her for what she's done for her family. We thank you for what she's doing for so many others by sharing her story and talking about reclaiming her own rhythm and helping Miss O to reclaim her rhythm with dignity. That was so important. Thank you, Maia, for sharing your story today, for sharing your why. We now have an incredible group of women in our community to celebrate. It's our 2020 Woman of Impact nominees that I'm talking about here. The second annual Woman of Impact campaign highlights 6 local women who are change makers, dedicated to making a lasting impact on the health of our community. Each year, a select group of individuals are nominated for Woman of Impact because of their passion and drive to make a difference. And here are this year's nominees.
Who run the world, girls? Who run the world, girls? Who run the world, girls?
Oh, thank you to all of the nominees. And remember at the beginning of the program, we were talking about that playlist? Yeah, anything Beyonce is going to get you grooving. I was back here just grooving. Who run the world? Girls. Yes, absolutely. Beginning today, these change makers, these 6 women of impact, will lead the 9-week initiative to help women in Hampton Roads live a healthier lifestyle. This has been an amazing afternoon, and I'm just so happy that you all chose to spend it with us. Dr. Cynthia Romero, chair of the Go Red for Women campaign here in Hampton Roads, and her team of executive leaders, the Circle of Red, Corps Vitae, sponsors, volunteers, and of course the AHA staff have made this movement so memorable. And I know our chair has one last message to share, so let's take a look.
Thank you for joining me at our 2022 Hampton Roads Go Red for Women digital luncheon. I am always inspired by the powerful stories of our survivors, but I'm particularly motivated to take action because of our women of impact and the trailblazers like Maia Chaka, who represents our community. I hope that you will take some time to think about what it means to reclaim your rhythm and focus on living a heart-healthy lifestyle. For me, that means prioritizing self-care by scheduling some time to relax through a full body massage. Remember, losing one woman to cardiovascular disease or stroke is one too many. Join me for the entire month of February and beyond in being a relentless force for a world of longer, healthier lives. Happy Heart Month.
Happy Heart Month, indeed. Thank you, Dr. Romero, and everybody. We have surpassed $17,000. Those donations can continue to come in. We want to get to 30,000 today. So please continue to donate, donate, donate. 1, 2, and 3 are our special numbers today in honor of Malou, but you can give to your heart's content. No donation is too big or too small, and we thank each and every person who has donated so far. I'm going to thank you in advance for those of you who are getting ready to donate as well. We truly appreciate all of you making your heartfelt contributions today in honor of those you love and those that maybe you haven't even met yet. On behalf of the American Heart Association, I'd like to thank you, our national sponsor, CVS Health, our local signature sponsor, Centera Healthcare, and Optima Health, our Open Your Heart sponsor, Bayport Credit Union, and all of our sponsors today for your support of this worthwhile cause. This movement would not be possible without the commitment of our national and our local sponsors. So thank you for coming today. Thank you for helping to spread the message of Go Red, both to those you love and to your communities. Congratulations. And thank you to this year's chair, Dr. Cynthia Romero, for her incredible efforts on behalf of women's heart health. We know it takes hard work. Finally, as we think about all that we have accomplished thus far in the last 18 years, I'm already looking forward to thinking of all that we will accomplish in the next 18. As Go Red for Women looks to the future, we know that it's no longer just about wearing red. We're going beyond that. It's no longer just about sharing heart health facts. Those are important, but there's more. It's all about women making a commitment to stand together. It's about reclaiming your rhythm in your own way and showing the world how we as women refuse to compromise when it comes to our health. Because losing one woman, I'm going to say it again, losing one woman is one too many. Not only can we do this together, we will do this together. After all, there is nothing more unstoppable than women united for a common purpose. So stand back and watch us be a relentless force for a world of longer, healthier lives. Thank you all for joining us today, for being a part of this very, very special event, and for your continued support. That's the biggest thing here. We are just so grateful for each and every one of you, and we hope that you'll be joining us. I'm going to go ahead and say this in celebrating our local Woman of Impact on April 7th, 2022. And don't forget, if you'd like to reserve your table for our in-person, hello somebody, in-person Heart and Stroke Ball on May 14th, commit your sponsorship by contacting your AHA team at hamptonroads@heart.org. In person. Oh, the last few years have been a lot for all of us, but we've been telling you to move. We've been telling you to groove. We've been telling you to reclaim your rhythm all afternoon. Now it's really time to groove. Turn up the volume and help me welcome the Billboard chart-topping, Grammy-nominated hip-hop duo, Black Violin. And until next time, go Red for Women.
What's going on, beautiful people? I'm Will Baptiste.
And I am Kev Marcus.
And we are Black Violin. We're thrilled, we're happy to be teamed up with American Heart Association.
If you weren't expecting a quiet violin performance, well, that's not really our thing.
That's not what we do.
So we encourage you to start swaying in your seats or even start standing up and dancing, because this is a party. You ready to jam?
Let's do it.
I'm in a room full of dreamers. Think about your dream right now. What you think about it.
This is the day when I finish the race. I make it somehow, no matter how long it takes. This is the day when I go all the way. I make it my own and say, here's to the dreamers. Cheers to the dreamers. Here's to the dreamers. Where are the leaders? Listen, yes, I'm a dreamer. This is the time when I make my own eyes. Gonna reach up my hands and pull down the stars. This is my time, it's been coming so long. I see it now. Hey, here's to the dreamers. Put your hands together. Hey. Cheers to the dreamers. Hey, cheers to the dreamers. Where's all the leaders? Listen, yes, I'm a dreamer.
See, sometimes we can't say, I can do that.
Listen to the words.
But what we can say, that I can have my dream. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. Let's say that together, please. Say, it's possible. It's possible.
Here's to the dreamers. Hey, cheers to the dreamers. Woo. Here's to the dreamers. Hey, where's all the leaders? Listen, yes, I'm a dreamer.
Stereotype. Standardized mental picture.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Black Violin.
Pueden predecir el comportamiento de una persona basada en su raza o nivel social. Estereotipo.
Thanks for having us and for all of your generosity. Cheers to you and all you do to make our communities healthier.